key information from a text. This is our first module for the second quarter, and the objectives for these lessons are the following. Identify the main idea and supporting details. Number two, use summary strips to write the summary from the information, from the story to infer, to evaluate, and to express critical ideas. And the last one is produce a clear and coherent writing which is appropriate to task, purpose, and audience. So yung number three, it refers to the let's create part of our module. Okay, on the first part of your module, we can see the task one there. So let's recall part. And we're going to answer that today, yung let's recall part na yan, yung task 1 and task 2. Here, the first question is, which mode of living would you want to experience or have? Okay, let me summarize. Let me paraphrase the question para it will be easier for you to give the specific answer kasi medyo general yung question, no? Which mode of living would you want to experience or have? Kasi this question is related to the story of how my brother Leon brought home a wife which we're going to discuss next meeting. Okay? So to rephrase the question, what kind of living would you want to experience or have, or which do you prefer? Living in the province or living in the city? Okay, who want to answer that question? Which do you prefer, living in the city or living in the province? You can use your microphone if you want to share, or you can also utilize our chat box to share your answer there. Okay, I can see here Justine, city. Okay, thank you, Justine. Lauren, Andy, province. Okay, later I will ask you why, and I hope you will share your reasons why. Okay, okay, city, province, province. How about the others? Sige na, you can chat or you can type your answers there in the chat box para din makita din ng mga classmates mo yung idea mo, yung belief or opinion that you prefer to live in the city rather than province, or you prefer to live in the province rather than city. Okay, parang majority dito sa chat box natin, province, no? As you can see, parang mas madami yung sumagot ng province. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, so thank you so much for those who shared their answer in the chat box. Paris, Angelo, Margie, Syra, Chloe, Naki, John, Daniel, Sakarli, Lyndon, Lauren, and Justine. Thank you so much. Okay, so you drop your choice there. Now, the next question is, based on your answer, cite 5 good things about rural life. When we say rural, province yun, no? Province life. Or urban. When we say urban naman, it refers to the city. So what are your reasons why do you prefer to live in the city, or why do you prefer to live in the province or rural? Anybody? Pwedeng gumamit ng microphone ha pag medyo mahaba yung sagot tas medyo nakakapagod mag-type, or you can use your microphone. So, what's the difference between living in a rural or province and living in the city or urban? What's the difference? Anybody wants to share? Okay, sabi ni Paris, because most provinces now have more trees and less pollution. Yes, very good, Paris. No, I agree with you. Kasi there are more trees. So, ibig sabihin, pag there are more trees, more fresher yung air and less pollution. Yes, kasi nga naman sa city, very polluted na tayo. Not only air pollution, but also noise pollution. Kasi dami sasakyan, maingay. Especially if your house is located beside the main highway, lagi mo naririnig yung mga sasakyan, maingay. Okay, what else? Aside from the answer of Paris, who else you want to share? What's the difference between living in the city or urban and living in the province or rural? Urban has more people. Yes, Justin Andrew. So, which do you prefer? Justin, ano ba yung sagot ni Justin kanina? As a city. So, mas gusto mo yung madaming tao. Kasi sabi mo, urban has more people. Okay, kasi mas marami kang magiging friends and makakabanding. Okay, so, what else? What else? What else? Another difference between living in the rural and urban.
Mas malawak po ang rural kesa po sa urban at pwede ka po dun parang mag-run around at pwede mo po gawin yung kahit ano. Gusto mo.
Yes. Okay, thank you, Zaira, for sharing your answers. No, yes, we can see kahit sa map. No, we can see using our map that it has large areas in the rural, especially kasi konti lang din yung mga buildings. Unlike here in the city, parang napaka-crowded, parang ang sikip-sikip. No, minsan nakaka-stress yung makikita mong ang sikip kasi nga there are lots of big buildings in the city or urban. No, parang you can move freely pag nandun ka sa rural. Pwede kang tumakbo ng tumakbo nang hindi ka masasagasaan, nang hindi ka huhulihin ng pulis kasi bawal pala tumakbo doon or tumawid. Okay, yes, thank you, Syra. And sabi ni Lauren, gusto ko tumira doon, ma'am, kasi yung air mas malinis and there's less pollution there, tsaka tahimik po. Yes, totoo nun. Kasi mas peaceful, and yun, no, parang mas comfortable ka if there's no noise pollution. Saka fresh yung air. Sabi naman ni Zach, in urban po ba simple and relaxed? Baka rural yung ibig mo sabihin nito, Zach. Na, sa urban kasi city, mas relaxed ba sa city? Or sa rural yung province, no? The city has the most beautiful lights. Okay, tama din si Lyndon. Ayun nga lang, sa city, there are more places for entertainment, like marami tayo kasi dito like Star City, Enchanted Kingdom, tas may mga malls, kaya more beautiful lights. Yun naman yung nami-miss yung mga nasa rural, 'no? Parang bibihira lang sa kanila yung may mga gano'n like 'pag may fiesta lang, okay yung may maraming lights, may maraming, anong tawag diyan? Yung mga may rides na paperya, yun paperya, 'pag may fiesta lang. Unlike here in the city or urban, gusto mong sumakay sa Ferris wheel, punta ka ng MOA, 'no? So there are places here that you can ride or you can enjoy riding different, yun nga, yung mga exciting rides. Gusto ko po province kasi simple lang po ang buhay do'n, mm. Yes, yun, especially sa province or sa rural na hindi pa masyadong naaabot ng mga internet connection. So, mas lalong simple kasi unlike here sa city, parang lahat ng tao nakahawak ng cellphone, nakatutok sa laptop or desktop or tablet, no? So, doon ine-enjoy lang nila yung without using gadgets. They're doing the simple things.
Mas unti din po yung crime rate sa province kaysa po dito po sa city.
Yes, oo nga, kasi nga mas tahimik sila doon. Pero actually meron ding mga crimes sa province, minsan naman yun naman yung nakakalungkot. There are crimes in the province na hindi lang nare-report 'no, hindi lang na-report kasi walang nakakita na yun nga may pinatay, may ninakawan or iba hindi nagsusumbong, natatakot, okey? Lalo na wala pa masyadong CCTV 'no, unlike here in the city ang daming CCTV. Kahit walang nakakita dahil may CCTV, hindi nakakalusot, okey. Kaya ayun, mas marami yung crime records sa city. Si Margie naman, I choose to reside in the province because it is home to nearly all my relatives and allows me to be surrounded by the things I enjoy. And in comparison to the cities, their surroundings are more quiet. Yes, thank you Margie for sharing your idea. Yes, totoong-totoo naman yun na mas masarap tumira dun sa mga relatives mo, yung kasama mo na siyempre simula pagkabata, mas marami, mas masaya. And especially here in the Philippines, siyempre tayo number one tayo sa basta Asia kasi gano'n, eh, 'no, yung tinatawag nila na ano yun, strong family ties 'no, kahit nag-asawa na may mga apo na, mas gusto pa rin tumira with the parents kahit may mga anak na, yon. Kasi yun ang nature yun ng mga Asian, strong family ties. I chose urban because it's more futuristic, yes, kasi nga nandito yung more on technologies. Yes, thank you Justin. And sa urban mas marami ang job opportunities, kaya yung mga nakatira sa rural they took the risk 'no, kahit wala silang bahay dito sa Manila o sa city, they took the risk to transfer here because of the job opportunities. Kasi nga mas maraming infrastructure dito, mas maraming factories, buildings, kung saan maraming job opportunities. Unlike sa rural na kokonti lang kaya walang trabaho. So mas siyempre gusto nilang kumita ng malaki malaking sweldo kaya they transfer here kahit wala silang bahay. Kaya nagkakaroon tayong tinatawag na crowded area or depressed area or yung tinatawag na squatter. Kasi nga nagsisumiksik sila dito for seeking job opportunities and mas mataas yung sweldo compared sa province. Mas malaki kasi yung binabayaran ng mga company owners sa province kaysa dito sa ano dahil nga kokonti nga yung tuwad ng mga kalsada na hindi pa maayos. So mas malaki yung kanilang gastos doon kaya maliit yung pasweldo nila. Okay, so thank you so much for those who share their answers regarding this task number 2. So don't worry, it is all recorded. Kaya din tayo nagre-record ng Gmeet kasi when I'll review the record, pati yung mga nagchat-chat sa chat box, hindi lang yung mga nagsalita sa microphone, nakikita din doon sa record, no? Ako lang kasi yung makakakita ng copy ng record dahil sa akin isi-send sa Gmail ko sinisend ni Google Meet. So nakikita ko din do'n yung mga names na ito yung mga sagot nila. So lahat yan nare-record here during the Google Meet. Okay, let's proceed to the next slide. So here why we summarize. May I ask somebody to please read this one? Who can read this paragraph in my screen? Anybody? Can you read please, Ruven? Ruven Melendez? Parang bihira ko mapansin si Ruven. Okay, baka hindi okay yung mic niya. Sige, Margie na lang. Margie, would you please read, anak?
Writing is a good summary demonstrates that you can clearly understand a text, can communicate understanding to the readers, and apply your high order thinking skills. A summary must consist of only the essential facts in a text. Make a list in note form of the basic points which should be as far as possible in your own words, and arrange these points in a logical order. Then they can be made into full but economic sentences which should flow in a natural style.
Okay, thank you so much, Margie. So, okay, so according here in our text, this is also from our module. Yung kinabi-paste ko lang siya dito sa screen ko. Why we do s- why we summarize because we can say that we clearly understood what we have read if we are able to summarize, no? We cannot summarize a reading text without knowledge from the text that we have read. So here we can see that there are some ideas here shared in my screen. There are some ideas. How are you going to do this? How are you going to summarize? First, you make a list in note form of the basic points. What are the basic points or the important points from the reading text? Then arrange these points in a logical order. Okay, but before that, I forgot that there is a let's understand part. Sige, share ko lang yung module saglit. Okay, this one is a puzzle. No? Let's understand. We are not going to answer this here during the Google Meet kasi baka maubos yung time natin sa paghanap ng 15 words pa naman yan, 15 words or phrase. Kasi meron dyan 2 words like author's thesis, central thought, yan. So 2 words yan pag hinanap mo. Yung brief key information, 3 words yan na hanapin mo sa puzzle magkakatabi. Okay, so you're going to include this in your answer sheet. This is the first task. This is the first task that you need to include in your answer sheets. You have to copy the puzzle and then highlight o kaya encircle or underline your answer. Hindi pwedeng hindi mo siya kopyahin kasi how can you show your answer if you do not copy? Kaya you have to copy the puzzle. Si kahit wag mo na lang kopyahin yung directions and yung mga words that you need to find. Kahit yung puzzle na lang, the puzzle itself, and then highlight or encircle or underline your answer. Okay? So again, this is the first part, the first task that you have to include in your answer sheet. Okay? Take note of that, ha? Okay, balik lang ako dun sa slide ko. Balik na ba? Okay, so yun nga, no? We do the summarizing for us to know if we really understood what we have read. So here, summarizing is a powerful reading strategy. it increases comprehension and retention of information. So, as I said earlier, it increases in comprehension because you can say that you really understood what you have read if you can summarize that reading text. And retention of information because it helps you retain the important details or facts or information from the text that you have read if you are doing the summarizing. While you are writing your summary, so you are able to remember the important parts or important facts or information from the text that you have read. So when you summarize, you restate the most important information of a text using your own words. Okay, that is what we call paraphrasing. Okay, so here are the three words you need to remember. First, keep. What do you need to keep? Keep only the important information and main ideas. Later, I will discuss what is main idea and how are you going to find it. Read and understand the original text. Number two, delete. Okay, what are we going to delete? Do not include unimportant. Okay, yung mga additional information lang naman or supplementary information na okay lang na kahit wala sila doon. You have to delete that those unimportant details in your summary. Identify the main ideas or the key points. Key points yung mga supporting details. And lastly, paraphrase. So use your own words, express the ideas in your own words. So when we are summarizing, we should not copy the exact words or exact sentences from the text. You should use your own words in summarizing. So that's what we call paraphrasing or paraphrase. Okay? So in our module, there is an example. Ay, wait lang, main idea muna pala bago example. Okay, what is the main idea? Understanding the main idea is important when we read and it also important when we write or summarize the information, 'di ba? Kahit no face to face, after reading the story or after reading a poem or an essay or paragraph, your teacher usually asks you, class, what is the main idea in the story? What is the main idea in the essay? What is the main idea in the poem? 'Di ba? Tapos sasagot kayo, ma'am, it's about love. Ma'am, it's about family. It's about friendship. Okay, so that is wrong way of answering or giving the main idea. Okay, when we give the main idea is the most important point an author makes when writing. So it is the most important thought about a topic. When you give the main idea, you should give a complete sentence. Okay? Dito sa main idea, you can copy. You can copy the exact sentence or you can copy the exact words from the reading text. But pwede mo din siyang i-paraphrase if you want ha. But it must be a complete sentence. Okay? Kunwari, may kwento, tapos tinanong ko kayo, what is the main idea in the story? Puwede kang gumamit ng mga quotes na sa tingin mo applicable siya dun sa story, ay bagay na bagay 'tong quotes na 'to sa story. So yun ang puwede mong maging main idea. Example, "Ma'am, the main idea in the story is honesty is the best policy." Yun, puwedeng gano'n ano. So basta complete sentence dapat yung main idea, okay? So you have to remember that kasi in, the following tasks, you have to always give the main idea in the given reading text. Next is you have to find the topic. So a topic is a person or a place or an animal or a thing or idea being written about. So topic, pwedeng one word lang yon. Love, family, friendship, yan, pwedeng ganon. What is the topic? President Duterte, Mayor Olivares, o pwedeng ganon. Exact name of the person or an animal or a place. Okay? And lastly, supporting details. Okay, ito napaka-importante nito, no? Supporting details provide information that explains, defines, or proves the main idea. So the supporting details, it is called supporting details because these details support the main idea. So kailangan very much connected siya dun sa main idea na binigay mo. Example, sinabi ko kanina, ma'am, the main idea is honesty is the best policy. Ngayon, yung supporting details mo dapat, you have to explain there, why do you say that honesty is the best policy? What are the reasons? or what are your proofs or evidences that honesty is the best policy? So yun yung supporting details mo ngayon. mag explain siya doon sa main idea mo. It can be examples, or it can be explanation or reasons, or it must be the evidences. Okay? It must be the evidences or the proofs regarding your main idea. Okay? Kaya supporting details, it supports the main idea that you have given. Okay? So here, ito yung sinasabi ko kanina, this is the same example in our module. Okay? Ito rin yun ha, nilagay ko lang dito sa screen. May I ask somebody to please read the story of Ellie? Anybody who can read the story? Yung story lang, yung first box lang. May I ask, sige, si Margie na lang. Margie, please.
My cat, Ellie, is the best cat in the world. She always makes me smile with the things she does at home. Whenever I call her, she would run fast and kisses me. She loves to eat cat food a lot. Best of all, Ellie comforts me when I'm feeling sad.
Okay. Thank you so much, Margie. Okay, this is the first example in our module regarding the summary strip, no? So this is a very short text. Sorry. So here, after reading the story, first we need to find the topic. What a person, a place, idea is in is this paragraph about. Next is we need to think about the main idea. What is the most important point in this reading text? Then when we read, we need to notice the details that the author gave to the topic. We have to find the details that support the main idea. Okay, ito yung sagot. May sagot na siya sa module natin kasi example nga lang siya. Okay, so but before we discuss the answer, ito muna yung summary strips. Summary strips is a strategy we use in writing a summary of the information from a text. First, read and identify the main idea. Then go back and identify different sections from the text or with individual paragraph. After that, use the information to use in writing your summary. Okay? So, importante itong summary strips because you are going to use this in let's apply, in answering the let's apply part. Okay? So ito na, may sagot na siya. No? The summary strip, ito yon yung table. The table that you can see in my screen. No? Ayan. So here from the story, our topic is Ellie. Yung name ng cat, Ellie. And the main idea, look at the main idea. It was just copied from the given text. My cat, Ellie, is the best cat in the world. Okay, okay. Ellie is the best cat in the world. Pwede lang ganun lang, no? Yun yung main idea. Now, supporting details, you have to support your main idea. My cat Ellie is the best cat in the world. How do you say that Ellie is the best cat in the world? What are your evidences that she is the best cat in the world? So, yun ang ilalagay mo ngayon sa supporting details. Okay, number one, she makes me smile. Okay, class, take note of this, ha? She makes me smile, di ba? It's very short sentence. But look at the original text. Look at the original text. Ang nakalagay dyan, she always makes me smile with the things she does at home. Di ba? It is longer than the one given in the summary strip. So, ganun yung gagawin nyo sa supporting details, okay? You have to shorten the text. You have to shorten the sentence. Kaya from ilang words yan, naging ano na lang, 4 words na lang. Okay, another one, she would run and kisses me. Oh, samantalang nakalagay sa original text, whenever I call her, she would run fast and kisses me. Okay? So, papaiksiin nyo na siya. Yung sentence mismo, kaya nga, you have to use your own words. In giving your supporting details, you have to use your own words. Okay? You have to paraphrase the given sentences in the text. Lastly, she comforts me when I am sad. Okay, pero ang nakalagay sa original, best of all, Ellie comforts me when I am feeling sad. So, papaiksiin mo siya in using your own words. So, in summary naman, you are just going to combine everything that you have written in the main idea and supporting details. Combine everything. So, yun na yung summary. Okay, Ellie is the best cat in the world. She makes me smile, kisses, and comforts me. So, naging two sentences na lang. From five sentences sa original text, naging two sentences na lang siya. Okay, so that is what we do, or that is how we do the summarizing using the summary strip. Okay, meron pang another example dito. May I ask somebody again to read, please? Who can read about the story of the lost boy? Yes, Zaira, please.
Nasa presentation po ba?
Apo, ito yung si Terence. Yun ang basahin mo, anak, yung sa taas.
Terence was lost. He did not know where he was or how to get where he was going. He had left the direction at home and he did not have a map. Now he was in a strange neighborhood and he was confused. If he could find a familiar landmark, he might figure things out.
Okay, thank you so much, Zaira. Okay, so this is another example also in our module. Makikita nyo rin yan doon when you look at your module. So here, the topic is Terence. The topic is Terence. And the main idea, Terence was lost. No? Kinapi lang yung first sentence. Kasi main idea usually can be found on the first sentence of the paragraph. Pero there are also times na we can find the main idea in the middle part or last part. But most of the time, or madalas, pero hindi lagi, no? Nasa unahan lang siya o nasa beginning part lang siya ng paragraph. So main idea is Terence was lost. Now, supporting details. You have to support the main idea. Terence was lost. How do you say that Terence was really lost? Napatunayan mo ba na talagang he was lost? So you have to find the details from the text that is showing that Terence was really lost. Okay, the first one, he did not know where he was. Okay, look at the original text yung binasa ni Zaira kanina. Ang nakalagay dyan, he did not know where he was or how to get where he was going. Okay, so di ba medyo mahaba. I-rephrase or paraphrase mo siya in shorter sentence. Kaya naging, he did not know where he was na lang. The next one, he had left the directions at home. Nakalagay dito, he had left the directions at home and he did not have a map. Now he was in a strange neighborhood and he was confused. Okay, so pinaraphrase siya kaya naging ganyan na lang siya kaiksi. Okay? If he could find a familiar landmark, he might figure things out. Okay, so now in summary again, we just have to combine combine everything that we have written in the main idea and supporting details. Kaya Terence was lost, he did not have a map, and he was confused. Okay, so yun. Di ba from five sentences, naging two sentences na lang siya sa summary. Okay, so that is our goal in summarizing. We have to make a brief summary or we have to shorten the longer text. We have to shorten by paraphrasing, by only choosing the main idea and the topic and of course the supporting details. But in supporting details, we have to use our own words, kaya paiiksiin mo siya. Okay? Do not copy the exact words in the paragraph when you are giving the supporting details. Okay, now let us try to answer yung ating let's apply. Okay, nasa module niyo yan. Let's apply task 3. Read the passages below and give its best summary. Use the summary strips, yung ginawa natin kanina, yung kay Ellie and Terence. Yan yun. We're going to answer this today para you can have an idea how are you going to answer this in your answer sheets. Okay? So let us try to answer this reading text by getting the main idea and the supporting details. And lastly, the summary. Okay, may I ask somebody, si Lauren naman, kasi kanina nakita ko nag-raise hand. Lauren, would you please read the text here? And there are several reasons.
There are several reasons why I like hunting rattlesnakes. First is the element of excitement and risk. Second, there's no closed season. You can hunt rattlers from spring to fall. At times, when little legal game is available, there's a challenge in it too, the challenge of learning the habits of snakes and figuring out ways to outsmart them. They're secretive, cautious, and crafty, and hard to take them that you might think, but with a little study you can learn how to do it. Finally, there's the satisfaction of controlling the snake population.
Okay, thank you so much, Lauren. Okay, now let us answer the summary strip. So let's begin with the topic. What is the topic there? Anybody? What is the topic in this paragraph or reading text?
The rattlesnake.
Okay, rattlesnakes. Ano pa?
Hunting rattlesnake.
Okay, very good. Hunting rattlesnakes. Sige, sasagutan natin siya, ha? Kaya skip muna ako dito kasi para makita natin yung sagot. Control C. Para may lagay ko yung sagot. Okay? So, this is the topic. Hunting rattlesnakes. Okay, yan. So, therefore, what is the main idea here? Anybody? What is the main idea? Kaya ko konti. Okay. You can copy, pag may idea, you can just copy the exact word or sentence from the reading text. Pero sa supporting details kasi we have to use our own words. Anybody? What is the main idea in this paragraph? What do you think? Siyempre, hunting rattlesnakes yung topic. So, dapat yung main idea natin very much connected doon sa topic na hunting rattlesnakes. O, nakalimutan ba yung examples natin kanina? What is the main idea there? Yung bang first sentence, second sentence, or last sentence? Hello, may kausap pa ba ako? Andiyan pa ba kayo?
Yes po.
Okay. Ang main idea natin, it must be a sentence. Okay, Lauren? It must be a sentence. So, pwede natin kopyahin yung mismong nandoon sa reading text. Okay, thank you, Vanna. The reasons why I like hunting rattlesnakes. Okay, pwede rin yung sinabi ni John Daniel na several reasons why he like hunting rattlesnakes. Okay? Sige, kukunin ko yung sagot ni Vanna. Okay. So, yan yung ating main idea. Now, we have to give the supporting details. Again, the supporting details are the evidences that support the main idea. Okay, since our main idea is the reasons why I like hunting rattlesnakes, so ano yung mga reasons na yon that mentioned in the text? Can you give me one? One of the reasons mentioned in the reading text that read by Lauren earlier? Ay, si Lauren ba yung nagbasa? Oo, tama si Lauren. Ano yung mga reasons? Can you give me one reason why he likes hunting rattlesnakes? It's exciting and risky. Okay, very good. Pinaraphrase o ni-rephrase na ni Vanna, no? Kasi ang nakalagay dun sa text, first is the element of excitement and risk. So, ni-rephrase na ni Vanna. Very good answer, Vanna. Kaya kunin ko yung sagot niya at ilagay natin dito sa first supporting detail natin. Okay. So, aside from it's exciting and risky, what are other reasons? The reasons why he likes hunting rattlesnakes. Tingnan nyo lang din dun sa reading text, tapos you just paraphrase or rephrase it, or you can change the word. Kung may synonyms yung word na yon, pwedeng yun ang gamitin mo. Katulad ng ginawa ni Vanna na ang nakalagay dito is first, teka lang. Di ba nakalagay dyan yan? First is the element of excitement and risk. Tapos nirephrase niya into, it's exciting and risky. Oh, how about the second one? How can we rephrase this one? Medyo mahaba to eh. Second, there's no close season. You can hunt rattlers from spring to fall at times when little game is available. Ayan, how can we rephrase that? Kasi that is the next supporting detail that we have to include here in our summary strip. But we have to rephrase because we should not copy the exact words or the exact sentence from the text. How can we say that in our own words? Yung sentence na yan na, second, there's no close season. You can hunt rattlers from spring to fall at times when little legal game is available. Anybody? Pwede din kayong gumamit ng microphone if you want para hindi na kayo magta-type. Sabi ni Lauren, there's also a difficulty. Okay. Yan yung parang pang third pa yan, Lauren. Nandun yan sa third natin, yung challenge kasi na word, no? Dito muna tayo sa second, yung there's no close season. Because you can hunt rattlers from spring to fall. At times when legal game is available. So, paano kaya natin i-rephrase yon or ipaparaphrase? How can we say that in our own words? Sabi niya, there's no close season. Sige, you just try. You can share your answer using your microphone or using our chat box. Sige nga. Paano natin sasabihin yung there's no close season, you can hunt rattlers from spring to fall? Sige, ako na lang muna sasagot dito. Ay, na may sumagot. You can legally hunt rattlers from spring to fall. Okay. Or paano yung para hindi na natin babanggitin yun from spring to fall, pwede rin natin sabihin na you can legally hunt rattlers in all seasons. Yun, mas maganda yun. Kasi nga sabi, there's no close season. Sige, kukunin ko yung sagot ni Margie. Pero papalitan ko lang yung spring to fall. You can hunt rattlers. Control C. Sabi ni Margie, you can hunt rattlers. Kapalitan natin siya ng in all seasons, no? Kasi nga there is no close season. You can hunt from spring to fall. Ibig sabihin, you can hunt rattlers from spring, summer, winter, fall. Okay? Yung 4 seasons na yon, you can hunt anytime, no? Basta legal. Kaya you can legally hunt rattlers in all seasons. Okay, so thank you, Margie, for sharing your idea. Tapos yung sinabi kanina sinagot na to ni Vanna in the third one. The third one here kasi, there's a challenge in it too. The challenge of learning the habits of snakes and figuring out ways to outsmart them. They are secretive, cautious, crafty, and harder to take than you might think. But with a little study, you can learn how to do it. Yan, sobrang haba niya, di ba? I-rephrase lang natin siya in one sentence. Meron pa ba kayong additional answer aside from the answer ni Lauren? Si Lauren ba yung sumagot kanina? Si Lauren, and there's also a difficulty. Okay, tama yung word din niya na difficulty kasi binanggit yung word na challenge. So, baka meron pa kayong another answer aside from the answer of Lauren on how to rephrase these two sentences. Two nga ba yan? Yes, two sentences. There's a challenge in it too. The challenge of learning the habits of snakes and figuring out ways to outsmart them. They're secretive, cautious, crafty, harder to take than you might think. But with a little study, you can learn how to do it. Okay, wala nang sumagot. Okay, sige, kunin ko na lang yung sagot ni Lauren na there's a difficulty. Control C. Pero pwede natin siyang dagdagan. Okay, there's a difficulty or it is very challenging. Pwede mong gamitin yung word na it is very challenging, but with little study, you can learn how to do it. Ayan, kaya idugtong na lang natin 'to sa sagot ni Lauren, 'no? Yan, there's a difficulty, but with a little study, you can learn how to do it. Okay, and the last one, finally, there's the satisfaction of controlling the snake population. Yan yung last reason niya. Yan yung last reason niya why he likes hunting rattlesnakes. Now, how can we rephrase that or say that in our own words? Finally, there's the satisfaction of controlling the snake population. How can we rephrase that? So when we say satisfaction, di ba, if you are satisfied, what do you feel? If you are satisfied, what do you feel? What's your feeling when you are satisfied? Para ma-rephrase natin yung word na satisfaction. There's a satisfaction of controlling the snake population. Okay, Naki, you are correct. No, you feel happy, di ba? When we are satisfied, we are happy. I'm satisfied with my grades sa English. Nakakuha ako ng 92. Okay, so you are happy. You are feeling happy. So, pwede natin gamitin yung word na yun, no? Yung sinabi ni Naki na um, I feel happy. I feel happy that I can control the snake population. Okay? Kasi nga naman, very dangerous yung mga snakes. So, parang you feel happy na nakakatulong ka sa other people, na especially those people who are scared of snakes by controlling the population of the snakes. Litan ko na konti. Hindi makita. Ayan. Okay, so we have now the supporting details. It's exciting and risky. You can legally hunt rattlers in all seasons. There's also a difficulty, but with a little study, you can learn how to do it. I feel happy that I can control the snake population. Now, in summary, we are just going to combine everything that we have written here in our main idea and supporting details. So, pagsasamahin na lang natin siya, yun na yung summary. Okay? So, copy-paste na lang natin siya. So, C, V. So, meron na tayo ngayong summary using this text about hunting rattlesnakes. Okay? So, pwede mo pa rin siyang paiksiin pa para kung, kasi nga summary, ang our goal is to shorten the longer text. So, pwede mong sabihin na it's exciting and risky. You can legally hunt rattlers in all seasons. There's also a difficulty, but in the study, you can learn how to do it. Pwede natin pagdugtungin yung exciting, risky, at saka you can legally hunt rattlers in all seasons para mas maiksi or mabawasan ng sentence. And you... Yan. So, the reasons why I like hunting rattlesnakes, it's exciting, risky, and you can legally hunt rattles in all seasons. There's also a difficulty, but with a little study, you can learn how to do it. I feel happy that I can control the snake population. So we have now 1, 2, 3, 4 sentences na lang. Out of 7 sentences, we are now able to construct 4 sentences. So that is how we do the summarizing. Okay, meron pang isa. Ay, sorry. Meron pang isa. Asan na ba yan? Ito, ayan. We will also answer. This is the last one that we are going to answer here in our Google Meet. Number 2, let's apply. Nandun yan sa module natin. Okay, may I ask somebody to please read the text? Who can read the text? What makes a good walk? Pakihan ko ng konti para kitang-kita. Anybody wants to read? Parang, I think, parang nafe-feel ko that you feel sleepy, kaya hindi kayo sumasagot dahil ba yan sa weather natin, parang bad weather tayo, no? Kasi yung section faith ko nga, at saka section love, very active sila dito. Kasi pag walang sumasagot, lalo tayong tumatagal, no? Kaya I encourage you to share your answer, chat box. Kahit na okay lang naman, baka natatakot kayong magkamali, it's okay. Kung mali yung nasabi mong sagot, or hindi yun yung eksaktong answer, it's okay as long as you are able to share. That's a good thing, no? That you are able to share, you are able to express your ideas, and your classmates are learning from you. If you are sharing, your classmates are learning from you. So therefore, you are helping other people. You are helping your classmates. Okay? So, pwede bang magbasa si Hailey Kin Talanya?
Wait lang po, ma'am.
Sige. Yan lang yung paragraph lang sa taas, yung what makes a good walk.
What makes a good walk? Most of all, a good walk should be a pleasant sensory experience. There should be rich colors to delight the eyes. The more your senses work with your feet, the more satisfying it is. Living, resting, and people happily taking are the sympathy, symphony, wait lang po. Sounds of a good walk. Spring flowers, fresh brewed coffee, smoke from a wood stove are all pleasant olfactory surprises along the way.
Okay, thank you so much, Hailey. Okay, here. So, what is our topic? What do you think is our topic from the given text? Anybody? A topic can be just one or two words, one or two or three words, basta hindi siya sentence pag topic, no? Ang topic words lang or phrases, pero yung main idea dapat sentence siya. Yes, Juan Carlo? What is our topic in this reading text? Okay, ayan, sumagot na pala sa chat box si Juan Carlo and Nathaniel and Margie. Yes, good walk. Okay, that is the answer there. A good walk. So, ito yung ating topic. Now, what is the main idea here? While Healy is reading, and I know that you're also reading with your eyes, what have you noticed with the evidences? The evidences are all about what? So, yun yung ating main idea.
Good.
Yes, Zaira?
What makes a good walk?
What makes a good walk? Okay. Ano pa kaya? Parang meron pang mas appropriate doon sa what makes a good walk na nandun din sa reading text that refers to the evidences given or the supporting details given in the text. What is more appropriate there? What is more appropriate main idea from the reading text aside from what makes a good walk? Anybody? Yun din yung sagot ni Christine, Nathaniel, and Lynn. Okay, kasi yun yung nasa first sentence, no? Yun nga, sabi ko sa inyo earlier, na hindi siya yung laging nasa first sentence. Most of the time, pero not all the time. Okay? Sometimes kasi nga, pwedeng nasa pangalawa siya or nasa gitna or sa last. Okay, sabi ni Christine, a pleasant sensory experience. Okay, that is correct, Christine. Kaya lang it must be a sentence, no? Tama yung sagot mo, Christine, pero dapat sentence siya. Kaya kukopehin natin yung second sentence. Okay? So, ito na lang. A good walk should be, kasi sentence lagi ang ating main idea. A good walk should be a pleasant sensory experience. Okay? So when we say sensory experience, we are using our five senses. Remember, we have five senses: sense of seeing, sense of hearing, sense of tasting, sense of smelling, sense of touch. Okay? So we have five senses. So sabi dito, yung main idea daw, a good walk should be a pleasant sensory experience. So dahil yun yung main idea, we have now to find the evidences. What are those pleasant sensory experiences mentioned in the text? Okay, I will repeat. What are those pleasant sensory experiences mentioned in the text? Can you give me one? Can you give me one pleasant sensory experience mentioned in the text? Sige, wag niyo muna i-rephrase. Basahin niyo lang muna. Anybody? I just want to know if you really how to identify the sentence that supports the main idea. Sige nga.
Leaves rustling and people happily talking.
Okay, yon. Sinabi ni, sino ba? Si Zyra, no? Leaves rustling. Teka lang, medyo nasa gitna na tayo dito sa part na to. Pero okay lang yan. Ilalagay na rin natin siya. Okay. Leaves rustling and people happily talking are the symphonic sounds of a good walk. So what sense do we use here? Pag sinabing leaves rustling and people happily talking are the symphonic sounds of good walk, what do we use? What sense do we use? Do we use the sense of seeing or sight, hearing, smelling? Anong ginagamit natin dito? Dun sa sentence na yan. Okay, sabi ni John Daniel, hearing. Okay, very good, John Daniel, no? So, hearing, sense of hearing to. Leaves rustling and people happily talking are the symphonic sounds of a good walk. That is one of the sensory experiences mentioned in the text. Now, we have to rephrase it or to use our own words. No? So, yung words na yun, or yung sentence na yun, we will paraphrase or rephrase it. So, we can say that pwede natin sabihin, instead of copying the exact sentence ng leaves rustling people happily talking, pwede natin sabihin ng the sounds of leaves, kasi pag sinabing leaves rustling, lagaslas, ng parang lagaslas ng mga dahon, dahil nga maraming puno. Sounds of leaves and happy people. Okay. Dahil sinabi to symphonic sounds of good words. So pag sinabing symphonic, it refers to music, no? So we can say that sounds of leaves and happy people are music to my ears. So pwede natin ikan sabihin yun. Instead of repeating the word symphonic sounds of a good walk, yun na lang yung sasabihin natin. Okay? Sounds of leaves and happy people are music to my ears. Okay? So what else? Aside from the details given by Zyra, what are other pleasant sensory experience? Ayan, binanggit na ni Lauren. Seeing rich colors would delight your eyes. Okay. So yun yung first, no? Yun yung first pleasant sensory experience. And we are going to rephrase that. Sabi dito, there should be rich colors to delight the eye. So, sige, i-rephrase natin siya. Yung word na rich colors, ano yung other word that we can use instead of repeating the words rich colors? Pag sinabing rich colors, what is that? What does it mean? What is another word that we can use instead of repeating the word rich colors? Ano, ayun, colorful. Okay, very good. Colorful. That's correct. No? Kaya rich colors, madaming kulay. Kaya rich, mayaman. Di ba? Mayaman sa kulay. Colorful is the exact word. Okay, so tama yun, Lynn. Okay, so thank you also for sharing your idea, Nathaniel and Christine. That is also correct. Pero syempre, mas appropriate yung kay Lynn na rich, colorful. So, pwede natin sabihin dito na, instead of repeating, there should be rich colors to let my eyes, pwede mong sabihin na I can see colorful things around. Okay? So instead of using the word eyes, pinalitan natin siya ng see. Okay? Yung kanina naman, instead of repeating the word sounds, symphonic sounds, ginawa natin siya kaninang music, no? So, yun na, I can see colorful things around. Sounds of pleasant and happy people are music to my ears. So, aside from that, what are other pleasant sensory experience? Anybody? Another pleasant sense. Bakit nga? Baka si Sunny yan. Baka si Sunny yan. Pleasant sensory experience. What are other pleasant sensory experience? Mentioned? Anybody? Ano pa? Aside dun sa sagot nila Lauren and Syra. Ano pa yung other experience na binanggit dun sa text? Meron pa tayong dalawa na hindi pa natin nakukuha. Yung second one, kasi yung nabigay pa lang ni Zara, yung kay Zara binigay na third experience na yun eh. Tapos yung binigay ni Lauren, yun yung first. Yung second at saka yung fourth, ang hindi niya pati na mention. Anybody? Alin doon? Okay? Who wants to share? O kaya just read na lang. Just read what you can see in the reading text.
The more sentence with your feet, the more satisfying it is.
Yes, very good, Paris. You are correct. Yun yung second sensory experience natin. Or nung, yes, mentioned in the text pala. The more you use your senses, ito, highlight ko lang para makita ninyo yung binasa, yung sinabi ni Paris. Ayan, the more your senses work with your feet, the more satisfying it is. Okay? So that is the second sensory experience. Ito naman, may sense of touch kasi binanggit yung word na fit, no? Satisfying, the more satisfying it is. So we can rephrase it using our own words by saying that, parang gagamitin ko yung sagot ng section faith dito sa part na to, no? Since ayaw nyo naman mag-share din ng answer ninyo dyan, sige, gagamitin ko na lang yung sagot ng section faith nung isang araw. Nagandahan kasi ako sa sagot na yun ng nasa section faith. Sabi niya, the more senses, sabi niya, the more senses we use, the happier we are. Kasi instead of repeating the word satisfying, ginamit niya yung word na happier. Okay? So, the more senses we use, the happier we are. Okay? Yung sinabi ng isang estudyante sa section faith nung Wednesday na sa Google Meet namin. Okay, so instead of repeating, the more your senses work with your feet, the more satisfying it is. Okay, the last one. The last sensory experience mentioned in the text, ano na lang yan, and what sense do we use there? Sense of hearing, smelling, seeing, touching, or tasting? Smell, okay, yun yung pinakalas, no? Sense of smelling. Ito kasi yan yung nasa labas, sa baba. Spring flowers, fresh brewed coffee, smoke from a wood stove are all pleasant olfactory surprises along the way. Okay, so pag sinabi olfactory, sense of smelling yan, using our nose. So, spring flowers, ibig sabihin yung mababangong bulaklak, yung amoy ng flowers. Fresh brewed coffee, siguro may hawak ng Starbucks habang nandun sa park. Tapos, smoke from a wood stove are all pleasant olfactory surprises along the way. So, i-rephrase natin yan in our own words. How can we say that? Sige nga, meron bang gusto naman dito ng section? Fedel Mundo na the different smells, the different smells, the different smells, ano ba yung sabi niya doon? Surprise along the way. Okay? So, yan. Parang mas maiksi na siya. Surprise along the way. Surprise. Okay, so, I can see colorful things around. Yun yung first, sensory experience. Second, the more senses we use, the happier we are. Then sounds of leaves and happy people are music to my ears. Number 3 on. And the last one, the different smells surprise along the way. Okay, so na-rephrase na or na-paraphrase na yung mga supporting details. So we are just going to combine them here from main idea to supporting details. We're just going to combine them here in our summary. Okay, tapos pwede pa natin siyang mas paiksiin pa kasi nga our goal in summarizing is to shorten a longer text. So let's say for example, babawas tayo ng isang sentence. I can see colorful things around. The more senses we use, the happier we are. Ano bang pwede natin paiksiin? Ito, pagdugtungin na lang natin yung, ayan. Pagdugtungin natin yung last two sentences natin, no? Sounds of leaves and happy people are music to my ears, and the different smells surprise along the way. So from 7 sentences, we are now able to come up 4 sentences na lang for our summary. Okay? So do you understand? How are you
Yes
going to
po.
do? Okay, the summary script. Kasi kasama yan sa sasagutan nyo sa answer sheets nyo sa ating Let's Apply. Okay, remember this is the Let's Apply task in your module. So we answered numbers 1 and 2. Now it's your turn to answer numbers 3, 4, 5. Nandun yan sa pages 4 and 5 ng module nyo. 5 points each. Again, using the summary strip. So gagawa kayo ng ganyang table. Yung table na ganyan, suwat nyo topic, main idea, supporting detail, summary. Okay? Using the given paragraphs or sentences here in pages 4 and 5. Okay? So, again, ang una nyong gagawin yung puzzle, yung let's understand. Then, ito yung let's apply. Okay? Meron tayong tatanggalin. No? I'll just show you first the module. After answering the puzzle, and ito yung let's apply. Teka lang, nakikita na ba yung aking module? Okay. Ito yung let's apply. Yan po yung sinagutan natin, numbers 1 and 2. Sasagutan nyo na lang yung 3, 4, 5, 5 points each. So, 3 items yan, kaya 15 points for let's apply. After reading the story of how my brother Leon brought home a wife, proceed to let's try. Okay, pero next meeting, we're going to answer these questions. Kaya wag nyo na yun isama sa answer sheets nyo. But I encourage you to answer for you to be able to share your ideas next meeting, ha? Para may kausap naman ako. Hindi kayo to copy this graphic organizer and complete this organizer by adding your answers here to the questions here. Who? Ano yung who? Who are the characters in the story? Ang story po yung how my brother Leon brought home a wife, ha? Yung nasa taas. Yung 5 pages. Yun po yung story na tinutukoy dito. Okay? Who? Who are the characters in the story? When and where, what time and place mentioned in the story. What's wrong? Ibig sabihin niyan, what is the problem of the main character in the story? And solution, how did the main character solve this problem in the story? So 5 points each yan, ha? 5 points sa who, 5 points sa when, where, 5 points sa what's wrong, and solution. But of course, don't forget to write the title. Okay, so again, you have to copy this graphic organizer and write your answer inside the box. But after that, may isa pa yan, may letter B. So, dalawa yung sagot nyo sa task 7. Letter A, graphic organizer, and letter B, you have to summarize the story of how my brother Leon brought home a wife. Nakalagay dito in less than 15 sentences. So, ibig sabihin, maximum na yung 15, no? So, pwedeng 10 sentences lang, 8 sentences lang. Paragraph form yun na, hindi ka gagamit ng summary strip dito. In summarizing the story of how my brother Leon brought home a wife, you do that in a paragraph form. Okay? So again, pwedeng 10 sentences lang or 8 sentences. And lastly, the let's create part where you're going to make a comic strip. Alam niyo na yung comic strip, di ba? Kasi nagawa niyo yan ng module number 2 nung ating first quarter. So here, you're going to make a 6 frame. No, 6 frame. So 6 na boxes of comic strip. What is it all about? The situation here, you are an SSG club officer. Kasi sa school, sa PNH's main, during face-to-face, yung mga SSG club officers na yan, usually nagro-room to room yan sila. So imagine nyo na kayo yung club officer, SSG club officer. Tapos magro-room to room kayo because you're going to inform the students of the students of PNH's main the causes and effect of bullying. Okay, so magdodrawing ka ngayon, drawing mo yung sarili mo na nasa loob ka ng isang classroom in front of the students of other sections ng grade 7. Tapos mag-a-announce ka doon. Ano yung i-announce mo? Yung mga words or sentences used in our given text here about bullying, yan na rin yung gagamitin nyo sa dialogue. Okay? Example, yung drawing mo yung, ikaw yung nagsasalita in front. Tapos ito yung dialogue mo, sasabihin mo, bullying can also take place over through text messages or emails or by posting rumors on sites like Facebook, passing around and embarrassing pictures or videos. Yan yung dialogue mo dun sa comic strip. Kokopyahin mo lang dito sa text, okay? Tapos may kasama ka pang SSG officer dun sa drawing mo. Ito naman yung sinasabi niya. You may not know what to do when you witness bullying. It make you feel depressed or worried. So, you may not feel safe. Okay, so kukopihin nyo lang yung mga sentences dito sa text about bullying para ilagay nyo sa inyong comic strip. Kung ayaw nyo naman gumamit ng comic strip kasi ayaw nyo mag-drawing, pwede naman yun. Naka-frames pa din siya, 6 frames pa din, pero dialogue na lang. Merong isang student nag-submit na kasi siya sa section love. Ang ginawa niya, ano lang siya, nag-drawing lang siya ng face ng tao, tapos may dialogue siya, no? May clouds, yung clouds, nandun yung kanyang dialogue. So, parang mukha lang, as in parang drawing lang na ano, digitize kasi yung ginawa niya na comic strip. So, pwedeng digitize ha.